This episode of Chewing the Fat is brought to you by the Secret Hub Studios in conjunction with netchannel2.com. Good evening, everyone. Chewing the Fat, February 23, 2012. And tonight's episode is Gillard versus Rudd. And hello, Glenn. How are you, sir?
Hello, I'm pretty good, thanks, Eric, and hello to everyone out there. Just sitting on the sidelines watching the farce that it is.
Yes, it is. It's unloading, and the politicians have unloaded on each other. One side of politics has anyway.
Yeah, but in all, like it is a good soap opera, but really, when you think about it, it is a bit of a joke. Well, it is a joke. Like
it's funny and it's serious at the same time. Because it is a massive joke, because you know that you and I have been wanting this to happen for so long, for at least 6 months, months, maybe a year, that Ruddy we knew was going to have a go. And what's her name was going to be, going, oh no, what am I going to do? Get the faceless men to help me. But at the same time, internationally, we are a massive laughing stock.
But when people say that, and like when you say that, do you think Obama's sitting around going, oh, what's going on in Australia?
For sure. I think he's thinking, what a bunch of unsophisticated leftovers from the convicts. Seriously. That's what I think he's thinking.
But it's different in the US, because he can't be removed.
No.
Like, he can't be removed. Like, he's not like the Julia or the leader of a party can over here. So it is a little bit different.
It is different, but maybe we should take a leaf out of their book.
Well, I think maybe we do need something that's a bit more serious than what we've got. Like yeah, I don't know. That's a big change, because that's a big change to the whole Westminster system, isn't it? Really?
It is. I was listening to the ABC News this afternoon, and apparently, even though we pretty much mimic their system, apparently in 100 years there's only been 2 prime ministers that have been knifed in the back. 2. Or leaders of the Labour Party. I think he termed it.
Bob Hawke?
No, this is in England. Even though they use the same system as us, they've only 2 Labour Party leaders, whether they were in power or not, have been knifed. Apparently, the figure in Australia is something like, in the last 10 years, there have been 6.
Well, I think what the problem is that there's too many people, and look, it might be because maybe we don't pay these people enough. Okay, we're just getting self-serving idiots. We're just getting people that are on power trips.
Yes.
They just look after their own interests.
Yes.
And they will do anything they can to get the power and to get to where they want to go.
Yeah.
They haven't got the country at the centre of their philosophy or of their meaning.
I think that's part of it, definitely. As far as earning enough, well, that's probably true, but I don't think politicians, as a rule, earn a lot. You remember, Julia Gillard earns more than Barack Obama. So I think if you have an attitude to public service and wanting to do something good for your country, that's your focus. But unfortunately, in this country, especially on the Labour side, a lot of them they're all ex-union or had something to do with the union. It's about power. It's about communism. It's about nanny state. It's about shoving crap down our throat that we don't want. It's about taxing us to death, and literally taxing the air we breathe, and basically bad management, bad fiscal management. They're the worst at it.
But do you think like that? This is obviously a bad. But I'll tell you who the other jokes are. It's not just the Labour Party that are the jokes at the moment. It's those independents that are propping them up.
Yes.
What the hell are they doing?
Yeah.
Seriously, what the hell are they doing supporting this crap? You know what I mean?
Because they were bribed. They were bribed. If you sign up for us, we will do this for you. And that's the only way that Gillard got over the line last year.
So self-serving, selfish,
corrupt,
power hungry.
Yep, corrupt.
Yeah. Love getting in front of a camera.
Corrupt. Yep.
And But it's just terrible. It's terrible. And look, and what's Monday going to prove? Nothing.
Nothing.
Like,
Well,
like,
even the Labor Party, some of the Labor Party people saying, um, even after this, whoever wins is still going to be poisonous. It's not going to change a damn thing.
that's right. Because then, if Rudd wins, then you've got, well, hello, everyone before he's going to have to kick off out of the. He's going to kick off the front bench. He's going to have to sack the most of them because none of them have supported him. So he's not going to have a front
He's going to
bench
have
full of
one. He's
people.
going to have one person on the front bench.
Ferguson. He's the only one that's come out and said he wants to vote for Rudd.
Oh, there's been a couple more come out since then. What's his name? The Kim Carr, Cleland, someone. There's about four in total.
Yeah. But wasn't he? But he's only voting for Rudd because wasn't he just knifed by Julia just a while ago?
Yeah, he was demoted. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's always been a Rudd fancier, and that's probably why he got demoted in the first place, because he was a Rudd boy in the first place. But this is the worst. I don't know. Look, what I got from all of this today by listening to what the goings on is that, number one, for the last 6 months they've been accusing Kevin Rudd of destabilising the party. Not once has Gillard's camp come up with proof that that is the case, right? So we don't know what they're doing. Secondly, he hasn't said a damn word. He's just gone about his job. Kevin 747 loves getting on a plane, doing what he does.
But he's doing the behind the closed doors.
I'm sure he is. But the point is, if they suspected that that's what he was doing, they should have done something about it out of the public eye. Had a word to him, whatever, demoted him, whatever you needed to do in order to keep your government stable.
Yeah.
Now,
well,
yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if what Swan come out, he's just belted Kevin Rudd.
Yeah, well, Swan is not a very nice person. He never has been. I don't think much of him, and I don't think many people think much of him. And to tell you the truth, I don't think Julia Gillard thinks much of him either. But it's that old saying: keep your friends close, and keep your enemies closer. And Swan can't be trusted, and that's why he's deputy prime minister.
And he's going nowhere.
No, he's going nowhere. He's going nowhere.
If he's going somewhere, he's going backwards.
Yeah, that's right. He's doing a moonwalk backwards.
because Rudd's not going to have him back. So that means, if Rudd wins on Monday, then we're going to have a whole new look cabinet.
Yeah.
It's out of control. It's out of control.
It is. But what I've noticed today is that, so there's that. Not once has he announced his intentions. He's always said, no, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. Sure, I'm sure there might have been some things going on in the background. And that's a possibility. But then it came out, and this is all in the news reports, and Twitter followers are saying things like, so what? You can backstab him and destabilise Kevin Rudd and get rid of him at the 11th hour when you didn't even have a chance to go to a ballot, to the caucus. But that's okay. But when he starts doing it to you, you can't do that. Oh, that's disloyal. It's this, it's that. I'm thinking, you pack of effing hypocrites. Fair dinkum.
Yes. Yeah. They have totally lost all credibility, every single one of them. The only one that I saw speak today that I thought that I actually liked and enjoyed the way he spoke was that Stephen Smith.
Oh, I didn't hear him speak at all. I don't.
Yeah,
I maybe I did. Yeah, he was non-committal. Was that the one? And he just was telling everyone just to stop it.
He said he was backing Julia, but he sort of, instead of saying that I hate this person, I hate that or whatever, he more, well, from my observation, this is what's going on.
Yes. Yeah, right. He was reserved in his judgment, rather than just going out there, fists and all, like a bull in a china shop, like Swan. He was the most vitriolic, all class, Swanee, all class, mate. You really showed your true colour. Wayne Swan, you're a gutter pig. Go away.
Yeah. And he's not going anywhere, not because of this particular issue that's going on at the moment, but another reason why he won't be going anywhere, to the lodge, is because not only was it Julia that said there was going to be no carbon tax, but he backed it up
That's right.
and he's also on the
He was
public
laughing
record.
about it.
Yeah, yeah,
The
that's
Liberal
right.
Party's got a vivid imagination.
That's right. So that poisonous carbon tax is going to live on in our minds long after this Labor Party
That's right.
has
That they are in the wilderness after the next election for the next
yeah
20 to 30 years. After
yeah
this,
yeah
seriously.
well we thought that they were saying that sort of time frame though after Latham, but they well I suppose it was
Well, it
11
was
years, wasn't
13 years
it? Yeah.
with
So
Howard. Nearly 13 years with Howard. So
I saw Goff's come out and supported Julia, I think.
oh yeah, but you know why? Because he's a rabid commie, and so's she. You know,
Oh yeah. Well, look what Goff did to the country.
go back to your retirement home. Go away, Goff.
He dug the rot hole.
Yeah, that's right. He
That,
started the rot.
yeah, he actually started the rot,
But
and that's what I.
so that's my observations today. Those basic summary observations that you can't knife someone and expect that to be okay. But when it's done to you, you threaten him with you've got as soon as he gets back, you've got to sack him for disloyalty and this that and the other. Go, hang on a minute.
Mm.
It's called
Look,
karma.
yeah,
What goes
the
around comes around. You stupid bitch.
the only thing that releasing that YouTube video of Rudd swearing didn't hurt him at all.
Didn't hurt him at all. It actually made him look more human.
That's right. And I thought, well, so what? Most people would get in there and have a bit of a swear like that, wouldn't they? When
Yes,
someone's
exactly.
your way,
Because you're only human. He was trying to tape an address in Chinese about a particular topic, and he couldn't get his words around the dialect or whatever it was, and he was just getting frustrated with himself. So what? How many times have I've got frustrated myself when I'll swear to me about me. He wasn't swearing at anybody. He was just swearing because he was frustrated.
But you know what? Even if he was swearing at the cameraman or at the speechwriter, who cares? So what? He didn't like the speech.
That's
so
right.
The speechwriter, just deal with it.
But you know what? I don't think he would do that. But you're right. Who cares? And you couldn't tell me that Julia Gillard isn't a real underhanded, mean, passive-aggressive, You can't tell me. She's going on like she's, there's nothing sticks on her. She's, oh, I'm clean. Look at me. I've never done anything like this. Cameron Rudd could never.
But look, it's just a big joke. And as they said today, as Tony and all the Liberals are saying, they're just going, this is just all our election material. This is just gold.
Exactly.
Gold, Jerry, gold.
Exactly.
Do you reckon Kevin's going to be that silly that, say, if he did win, he would call an election? Because that would be stupid.
It would be stupid, but you know what? I think that there's a chance he would do it. Only for one of two reasons. That he honestly believes that he can beat, whether it be Tony Abbott or Malcolm Turnbull, and that's another story. Whether he beats him or not is a different story. But don't be surprised if an election is called if Malcolm Turnbull makes a run at Tony Abbott.
Mm.
And if he does, Kevin Rudd has got no hope in hell of winning anything ever again because Malcolm Turnbull will rip his throat out. He really will.
Yeah, but Turnbull, like, he obviously doesn't have the support.
Well, not at the moment. You remember don't forget.
He only lost by one, I know.
Yeah, don't forget, Johnny Howard, 3 goes before he was made Liberal leader. Ended up being Prime Minister for 12 years.
He's a self-made man. How much does he want? How much does he want to put himself through?
Well, look, let's face it, he doesn't need the money, so he's got the time on his hands, right? And they're the best sort of people to have in there. They're not in it for the money.
That's the type of person we want.
That's the type of person we want. He's not in it for the money or the corruption. People with wealth can't be corrupted.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We don't need career politicians.
No, we don't. We don't need politicians that the only thing that they've ever done is be a politician. Because there's no experience, they can't relate to the normal person in the street. They can't even relate to their own people that they propose to represent.
Yeah. Look, interesting times come Monday, but I think I don't know. Gillard should have dealt with this ages ago. Rudd, as he come out to say today, and he's going, well, look, I don't want people on my side coming out, slanging off the other side personally or whatever. Yeah. And that's given him a lot of cred.
It has. But look, he's come out of this with a fair bit of dignity. He just said, basically, I urge my supporters not to retaliate in the same manner. Yeah. And, no swearing, no vitriol, no just personal attacks or anything like this. And I think, look, if Julia Gillard had control of the so-called caucus or the faceless men, she would have told them to pull their heads in and say, this is not about personal attacks. This is about who can lead the country best, me or him. Get off, no below the belt stuff here. But it just goes to show how classless and tacky she is when she can't see that what her people are doing is actually the wrong thing to do. That shows me that she's as much in the gutter as Wayne Swan.
She can see it, but she doesn't want to do nothing about it.
Yeah,
or she wants to line her own pocket before. Yeah, she can't. She doesn't want to do anything about it. She's yeah, it's just they're the faceless faction or whatever they faceless for or whatever. The faceless.
Well, she's a puppet. You can't see the strings on TV, but they're there, and the faceless people are telling her what to say and do. It's that simple. And anyone that dares to argue with me, you can if you want. You can have a different point of view, but you'd be wrong.
Her best out a couple of years ago or a year ago when things were getting heavy for her. But one of her best outs was, "This is the real Julia." Now she came and said, "Okay, everything stops here. Now I am real."
That's right. Exactly.
Everything's downhill since then. So where are we now seeing is she going to come back and go, no, I'm going to be the real.
How many times have we said how many times has the media said or she's implied that now this is the real Julia? There's been about 4 or 5 real Julias. We don't know who the real one is.
Read that tweet, please.
All right, well, there's a few of them, and I'm going to go through this. Is pretty funny.
Do one.
Here's funny. I spent all day to come up with a ruddy pun, so whoever came up with Kev Venge, bravos. Which Muppet should run the country, the smug know-it-all or the nervous ranger? Yahoo 7 poll, Gillard 17%, Rudd 83. Need I say more? And someone's tweeted Kate Lundy, if you won't listen to your constituents, then you don't deserve the job. Gillard will not lead government into the second term. Look, on the Twitter stream, I don't care what Gillard says about, I have the support of caucus. She does not have the support of the people. Every poll that I have looked at, the Herald, News Corp, News Poll, Nielsen, 9MSN, you name it, even on Twitter, Yahoo, you name it, every poll out there, the people don't want her. But she keeps saying, I have the support of the caucus. I said, I'm sorry, the caucus didn't vote you in.
That's right.
Right? You are not working for the caucus. You are working for the people. Yeah. The voters. Yeah. You are working for us, and we don't want you, so get the hell out.
She knifed 22 million people with the carbon tax.
Yes. That's another thing. My government will never have a carbon tax. Fuck off.
She's knifed Andrew Wilkie. And
yes, she's nice. She has lied to everybody and broken every promise she has ever made.
Yeah, it's a joke. Have you got that Scooby-Doo tweet?
Oh, I'm trying to find it. Here we go. Another one to Kate Lundy. Please do the right thing by people of Oz and vote for Rudd on Monday. Only he can defeat Abbott. Well, that's probably unlikely, but vote for him anyway because I don't want that idiot staying in there.
I think Kevin would be a better person at doing the job.
Look, I think he's a nicer person. He's probably not the best boss to work for, probably, But I'm sure he's learnt something from what's been going on. I don't think he's the best person to work for, and he's probably a little bit abrupt and rude. But you know what? I think if you were taking it on personalities, I think he's a nicer person.
Fair shake of the sauce model.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But I think that the Labor Party's policy war chest is just empty. It's empty. What are we doing?
Oh look! I don't think it's empty, mate. I think they are. Well,
it's full of the wrong crap. It's full of the toilet. They've opened it up, and they've opened up where all the other commies have pooed.
You got to remember, just because they're not saying anything doesn't mean it's empty. The Liberals know when they're on a good thing. They know that all they have to do is shut up, and the Labor will destroy themselves. It doesn't mean they don't have policies. It's an old.
The Labor doesn't have.
Labor has nothing. I'll tell you, they have one policy: tax everything.
Yeah, well,
that's the only policy they've got.
Is what are we doing? What is the country doing? Talking about gay marriage, hosting friggin' gay marriage dinners, when there's so much rubbish, other stuff to be fixed.
Yes.
When we've got
Fix the
set-top
economy.
boxes costing $800
Yes.
to install, when you can go down to Dick Smith and buy them for 30.
That's
And
right.
you've got pink bats getting stuck in your roof and people getting electrocuted, and then the government has to go and rip them all out
That's right.
and cost another $600 billion.
That's right.
And the building education revolution.
Yeah, revolution. I tell you what, if they keep spending money at this rate, there will be a freaking revolution.
The NBN, the carbon tax, the one computer for every school kid. What else was there?
Nothing. There's nothing. They haven't delivered on anything. It's been an absolute disaster, and this is typical Labor government stuff because these people have never had real jobs. They've come from the union or they're career politicians, and they've never had a real job. So when you've never had a real job, then it's very hard to do a real job.
The one bloke I've never liked is that Ferguson. You know, Maury, whatever Ferguson is, the head of the union.
But you know what? I was listening to him today. I think he's the one that supported Rudd, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I tweeted something earlier, and I said, you know what? He spoke with more class and more restraint and more logic than anybody else today. And I tweeted, I said, I've never been a fan of yours, Laurie, but you're all class today. Well done.
Yeah, I'll give him that. He was. I'll give him that. I've still never liked him, but I'll give him that.
Yeah, look, I've never liked him either because he's a red under the bed, and I don't like reds under my bed.
I reckon that is their tactic. That the Rudd camp, that's their. Let's just be nice. We're not getting involved in any of this mud-slinging crap.
That's right, because
that's
exactly
common.
Because that'll give him more ammunition when he wants to go for a second tilt.
Well, come Monday, Rudd's going to walk into that room, in the meeting room, whatever you call it, the cabinet room, or whatever they damn call it.
Yeah, he'll be golden because he hasn't said anything stupid.
But he'll walk in and he'll look at every sitting Labor member that has to vote, and he'll say, "Do you think that Julia will be able to win you your seat back?"
Yeah.
And they'll go, "No."
At the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. Who can win an election? If it was just between me and Gillard, who could win an election? And they're going to say, now, if I'm popular and I've got the polls going through the roof and I'm popular, obviously that's going to rub off on you. And people will vote for you. Now, you go to the polls with Gillard and she's on the stink and people don't want her. And every poll out there saying it, news poll, everything like that, no one's going to vote. If they don't vote for her, they're not going to vote for you.
No, that's right. That's right. And then that's when it comes back to the self-serving, selfish people that make up the parliament and the whole shebang. And they're going to say, well, listen, our best chance of getting re-elected and keeping us our same pay packet and our job will be with Kevin. And I reckon most of them are then going to change their minds and they'll think about it and go with Kev. So I reckon
last minute. That's right. Last minute, I think they're going to go. You know what? He might have been a bit of a tool head and a bit difficult to work for, but you know I think he has got better over the last 20 months. He's not as bad as he used to be, and Gillard has just got dog shit hanging all over her, and we can't do this anymore. We can't do it.
But look, but so what? He was hard to work with. So what? So you just keep looking for people until you find someone that does want to work with you. Like, not every person is a nice person to work for.
Well, yeah, I know, but this is the typical consensus style of communism, that everybody has to be nice. You know, it's that politically correct of, you know, everyone gets an award for smiling, for turning up. You know, it's not there's no sense of excellence. It's the government of mediocrity. It's we support mediocrity, and we want everybody to be the same because communism, that's what it's about. It's about everyone being the same. No one's better than the other, so we want everyone to be nice. And if everyone's nice, no one stands out. But life doesn't work that way. There are assholes in this world, and you either learn to work with it or you don't. And if you don't, then you have a chat with your boss. In this case, it might be Kevin Rudd, and you go, look, you know, you've had a go at me, you know, blah blah blah. Can we just sort this out now? And look, at the end of the day, he might be just a reasonable man, and he might say, look, you know what, sorry about that. I'm just really, you know, stressed out about this, and I want this done, and so and so's not doing it. And look, you get to know the man, and he might be a different kettle of fish.
Yeah. Well, how many bosses? Well, I've worked with bosses. I've worked with bosses that thrown phones at me.
Oh, have you?
You know, but they're nice guys. Like, yeah, he goes, this guy I work for, and he goes, I don't want any calls put through to me this afternoon.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so I must have come into his office to have a chat to him about something, and a call got put through to him. He picked the phone up and threw it at me. It wasn't even me that put the call through. But at the end of the day, he's a champion guy.
We all get
you know.
frustrated. We all get frustrated.
Yeah,
We all do.
and it hit me. Even if it hit me, you go up. Oh, well,
Yeah,
But
exactly.
these days, people run to the bloody lawyer, suing people's pants off because, it's just people need to grow up.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a little bit. Look.
Yeah, we've got Kevin Rudd at 4.25, Julie Gillard at 1.2 odds. So odds are with Julia.
Well, the odds are with her. That's at the moment. The odds will shorten on Monday morning. I guarantee it.
And that is live stats from sportsbet.com.au.
Yes, that's right. Look, I think the odds will shorten.
Yeah.
On Monday. It's still early days.
But he hasn't even chucked his hat in the ring. He hasn't even said he's going to...
No. Well, he doesn't want to announce it overseas. He wants to do it in good taste, which is fair enough too.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to look for that tweet. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, so he's so he's going to come back Monday. It's all going to happen. 10 o'clock, probably your time, so 9 o'clock Queensland time. So we'll all be looking, and surely we've got other things that we should be doing. We've got other things we should be doing, like I don't know, just doing other things.
Getting on with it. Now, the right. person. Look, Anna, what's her name? Anne Bly, or Anna Bly? Anna Bly. She's going to cop. She's the one that's suffering out of all this. She's got an election campaign to run. I don't vote Labor, especially not for her. And no. she's got a campaign to run. And regardless of what happens on Monday, she's going to get slaughtered in the polls. And if Rudd gets in, it'll lift her a fair bit because they're mates. If Rudd gets beaten, she's just going to hang her head. I think in a way I feel sorry for her because she's going to find it so hard to carry on. If Rudd loses this on Monday.
But I can't believe that people are so that just think that okay, because I like the federal person, I'm going to vote for the state person.
Yes.
Like, the state person is crap. They've come to the end of their time. They've been in power for something like 15 years or something. They've come to the end of their life.
Well, just like the New South Wales Labor Party,
right,
who just outdid their usefulness after about 5 years, but the typical backroom deals and branch stacking and all this sort of stuff and redistribution of boundaries, and suddenly they're back in power for another 10. How the hell did that work? They were crap after 5.
But look, I'll tell you, the old Can-Do Campbell up here, he's doing it the hard way. I don't know if you know the story, but he doesn't even have a seat.
No, that's right. He doesn't have a seat. But he'll get one. Seat. It'll be his first seat, and he'll be premier.
But he was he was the Brisbane
mayor. The mayor of Brisbane, yeah.
So, look, I don't know. Look, I don't actually mind Bob Catter. He's going all right. He's a down to earth guy.
He's calls a spade a spade.
Yes.
Here we go. Here's a little tweet. I'll just put this on the blower here. What's it say? Little Wombat says, at Tony Abbott, Julia and Kev, 2 arseholes for the price of 1 vote.
Yeah, look, through the week, I downloaded a Bob Catter soundboard.
Oh, good God.
And I don't know if this will come out, but you can tell me if you can hear it. Here's a couple of his favourite sayings.
We couldn't go down the backyard and boil the belly.
What? He's out of his mind, that bloke.
He's good. He's good. And here's another. Here's another one. Hang on. What happened? Here we go. Here's another one.
You have to get a permit to boil the belly.
He's just going this out how much of a nanny state it all is. He goes, you got to get a permit to boil a belly.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, that's right, and that's what it's become under the Labor government. That's what it's become. They legislate everything. You can't move without a permit. You can't do this. There's a law for everything, But they lie through their teeth. We're not going to put in a carbon tax, and that's exactly what they do.
Hey, here's one more.
Happy days are at an end, my friends. Happy days are at an end.
Oh God.
That's funny.
Oh, what's happening with Craig Thompson? Speaking of, I'll tell you what, isn't he bloody? He's thinking, oh, thank God the attention's off me.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know. But look, it'll all come around. I think you'll get your wish for an election pretty soon. I don't. Surely these independents have got to realise that for the sake of what they're there for, and that's the sake of the country,
yes,
that we
they're
need
exactly.
some. Even if it's for the sake, even if it's at the expense of their own position, which it will be, there needs to be another election to get a more stable sort of system going on here,
Yeah.
and get rid of the idiots that are spending all our money.
Yes, I agree. And you know what I think? Even if they didn't want to do it for their country, what about their constituents in the country? Not the nation.
Yeah.
These people, and it was very clear when they sided with Julia Gillard, and there was a lot of interviews from the people in the constituents of these traitors that they did not vote for Julia Gillard. They didn't want that. They didn't want any of that crap. So they've got to start thinking about them. And I think it's about time. And I'll tell you what, there's a few people that's going to come out of this worse for wear.
And the independents will be three
Wayne
of them.
Swan, even if Julia Gillard gets back in, by the end of the year, he won't have a job. Unfortunately, we're going to have to pay that idiot's pension for the rest of his life now because he's been in Parliament and done nothing. Rob Opeshock, you can kiss your career goodbye. You are gone.
Yeah, he's finished.
Tony Windsor, maybe. I'm not sure. Andrew Wilkie, gone. But he might redeem himself because he's decided that he doesn't support Julia Gillard anymore. So he might redeem himself because she backdoored him.
So he doesn't support her, but is he voting with the government or voting against the government?
Well, we don't know. We'll see. But apparently the vote on Monday is only caucus, not the independents. The independents will just have to work with whoever they decide to vote for.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. I wouldn't expect that the independents would be voting on that because that's an internal.
It's an internal thing. That's right. So, but there are a few people that they're going to have to watch, really watch what they're doing. Nicola Roxon, shortest term as Attorney General ever, gone. See you later. Jenny Macklin, put the bag over your head and climb back under the rock. See you later. Goodbye.
Here's another from the chat room, from the lounge. DT Sarah Hanson. There's another one. Gone.
That's it.
Another
gone.
But she's not with the Labor, but she's still gone.
She's gone anyway.
Yeah, she's gone.
She's gone. That's it.
I can't believe that. Look, I need restoration of faith in the Australian people. I need idiots to be kicked out.
Look, I want a bloodbath, and I want it in the direction of the Gillard camp, and hopefully when this is finally over, and it might not be over on Monday, she might get in on Monday, but within the next 6 months she will not be there. So when it's all over and said and done, hopefully this communism bullshit crap will be finished in this country forever, and the union stranglehold will be busted, because I am sick to death of this country being run by unions and by look, even Bob Hawke controlled them. Bring Bob Hawke back. I mean, good God. Even Paul Keating controlled them. As soon as Gillard was in, she was so entrenched in this communistic, it's got to be good for everybody, and I'm doing, just get off the grass. You cannot please all the people all the time. At the end of the day, you've got to do the best for the majority of the Australian people, not for the minority of the Australian people.
Why she introduced a carbon tax?
I'll tell you why. Because it's a redistribution of wealth. It's got nothing to do with saving the environment. It's about communism. It's got nothing to do with saying, well, we're going to tax these people or these businesses or these industries and use this money to save the planet. No, what we're doing is we're taxing over here, and all the low-income earners, or what they classify as low-income earners, are getting all these massive kickbacks. It's it's Robin Hood. It's robbing Paul to pay Peter. This is what it is. This is the politics of envy, and this is what the Labor Party has always been about: the politics of envy. And I can't frickin' stand it. Go away. I hate you all, and we all know what happened to communism. Go to the Brandenburg Wall in Berlin. The wall collapsed in 1989. It's over. It's finished. Get over it.
I just think it's time. I sort of just wish that maybe there was a stronger leader in the opposition, like a stronger personality, that got out there and gave just a good old speech, like a real
A statesman.
heartfelt,
You need a statesman.
Yeah.
That's Malcolm Turnbull. That's Malcolm
I
Turnbull.
would believe that.
Educated
Yeah.
man, well spoken. He's got the presence. He's a good looking guy. He's dignified. He's civilized. He's classy. He doesn't need the money, so he's not corrupt. He's the guy. He's the man for the job. Tony Abbott, if he wants to stay in that job, he could learn a little bit from Malcolm Turnbull. Maybe take a few pages out of his book, and he'll do okay. If he doesn't listen, he's gone.
Yeah, you're right, because Turnbull has just got that presence about him, because, like, you watch him getting interviewed, and if someone asks him a stupid question, or whatever, he'll just look at him and go, what? He's like, what?
Yeah, he knows how to answer a question. Even if he doesn't like the question, he'll answer it, and everyone will go, okay, good. He's not evasive.
But Turnbull will give the air of, like, he will if it's a fair income stupid remark or a stupid question, he can convey that and go, well, that's a bit stupid.
Well, here we go. 10 News Queensland phone poll on preferred Prime Minister. Gillard 9%, Rudd 39%, Abbott 52%.
Well, I can't believe that.
There it is there.
Well, maybe there are no Gillard supporters in Queensland, but I can't believe that these factions, whatever you want to call it, if I'm going up against you in a contest, like in a national contest or whatever, and I've got all my supporters and you've got all your supporters, wouldn't you be saying to them, listen, how about if we try to turn some public opinion here? Every time you see a poll, why don't you just ring up? Why don't you do like 20 votes for me? If everyone did 20 votes, we'd win the poll. We might be able to turn the tide of opinion.
Well, they don't do it. They're too stupid, mate.
No, it's not a popularity contest, but it's a joke.
So here we go. Gillard and followers refuse to accept the public's wishes, even if it means their destruction. Definition of arrogance. Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
These politicians better be watching this Twitter stream, because these are the people talking. These are the people that they represent, and these are the people that they should be trying as much as they can to go, hang on a minute, it's time that we stop catering to the minorities and start catering to the majority, because this crap has got to finish.
That's right. Before the minority becomes a majority.
Exactly.
Yeah,
she's
before we run out of money,
control.
there's no one
She's
to
out of
pay
control. Anyway, I'm sick of it. I wish that I want them all to just go away, and I'm sure you do too. Good luck, Queensland. Vote for the right person, and that person is not a woman. And it's got nothing to do. It's got nothing to do with their sex. A name could be John Bly for all I care. Just don't vote for Bly.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Happy days are at an end, my friends.
Correct. And if we vote the wrong way, that's exactly happy days are at an end, my friend.
You've got another thing coming.
All
right. See you all. Thank you. Chewing the Fat, Rudd versus Gillard. Goodbye.
The Secret Hub
See you,
Studios
chompers.
in conjunction with netchannel2.com.